I'm going to show you how you can make your own horticultural advent calendar and a beautiful garland too, all in this short film. Now the best area to do this in is the windows. Normally the windows, all you get at Christmas is a bit of spray on the side of it and a few Christmas cards on the windowsill. But the glass itself is a perfect frame to add in all the beauty and celebration of Christmas, because you can see it from inside looking out and you can see it from outside looking in. I've already been outside in my garden collecting lots of plant material, so I'm going to start grafting and get crafting. Right, I've come to the workshop now to start creating these Christmas decorations. And the first thing you need to create the garland is some rope. I've got some here. It looks particularly rustic. I do like natural materials. Now the secret is to cut the rope the right size specifically for your windows. So I've got these ones here. I'm going to do a straight one at the top of the window. So I've measured this together, it's perfect. You may want to have a swag in your window. So again, remember to leave a little bit more rope to enable you to create the droop. And I'm going to put them just there, line them all up together because I'm going to attach them at each end. Now I'm using masking tape here. Masking tape sticks a lot better than sellotape or some of the others. So I'm literally going to group it together on top of each other. Take your time with this and then apply the masking tape to group the ends of the rope and bind them to become one. I'm pinching it into position to really hold it tight, and then I'll get to hide this when I start putting on the display. There we are, look at that, nice and tidy on that point. Now comes to a skill that I'm not an expert at, no matter how my young daughters try to teach me, and that is I've got to plait these together. So please, any hairdressers watching, I'm not a professional. One into the middle, there we go, then another one into the middle, moving it up tight so it becomes tight. Again, one goes into there, like that. Another one into there. It's all starting. Hey, actually, that's not that bad. There we go. There you go. Perfect. A little braided rope there to go on my window when it comes inside, but not before I've embellished it with some beautiful natural materials. The first thing I'm going to do is to use some of the clippings left over from the video that I created showing how to make your own Christmas wreath for your front door. So if you've missed that, check it out. I'm just going to clip a small piece off here. I like the woody bits because it holds a lot better in the rope. So there we are, something very similar to that. It's very tough, whether the top can be a little bit too soft. And I've done another one just here as well. I'm going to move some of the lower branches there to give me something clear to be able to poke through. Same through with this one here. I might leave that one on, actually, it's quite high up. Now the secret is I'm not going to just randomly put them in. I really want them to fold and lay over each other. So I'm going to do one that way, working out from the middle. And the secret here is just to lightly push them through the rope. I'm bending back on itself, and as you can see, I've almost threaded it there, and as you can see, it's laying on the rope really nicely. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just taking it through and threading it in, and as you can see, that's pretty secure, that's not coming out. And the more I put in, the more it intertwines and holds it together. Let's get another branch here. Snip the branch, bit off the bottom, halfway through, give it a trim. As you can see, it's really starting to take shape now. Take a moment just to manipulate the branches into the right position. So you're covering all of the rope, but they are laying on top of each other, so it appears a little more flat. I don't want to make it look too full because there's a big surprise coming at the end, so stick with me. Next thing up, I want to embellish it. So I'm going to use the emerald green as the backing. I'm using cinnamon sticks. There we are, 3 cinnamon sticks. I'm going to tie them together using this little bit of raffia here. I use cinnamon because I like to have a mixture of fragrances. So I've got the pineapple from the conifer, Christmas scent of cinnamon. I suppose you could use just twigs if you fancy. And the secret is just tying them all together. Here's something really nice to add into your garland, and that is an orange. Always fresh, you see them on it, but oh, that's got the citrus fragrance as well. Rather than buy them just from craft shops, I actually bought the oranges, sliced them up, put them in the air fryer, and if you've got an air fryer, there's a button which says dehydrate. You probably don't know what it's used for, but it's used for dehydrating these oranges. So I've saved myself a fortune, and they hold the fragrance. So at the minute, I've got the fragrance of the fresh pineapple from the conifer, the lovely fragrance from the cinnamon stick, and the zesty citrus from the orange is great. And here, I've just used this clear thread here. I suppose you could use fishing line just as easily. It's transparent and disappears, but enables you to properly secure it. Right, I'm just going to crack on with this. See you in a sec. There we are. The garland is still evolving, and there's more to add on to it too, especially before I put it onto the glass window. Now, time for the next make, the advent calendar. Now, advent calendars come in all shapes and sizes, and for those of you who don't want just little cards with little pictures or chocolates, this is a way you can make your own advent calendar that is packed full of marvellous Christmas memories, initiatives or jokes or images that really means something to you than just a standard bit of card. And I'll show you how to make them, and they're so easy, and it fits in with a lovely Christmas theme. First of all, you just need a few simple ingredients. A pine cone, a little bit of hessian. I've just cut that from a roll. You can pick that up at most craft shops. Just a cardboard address label, piece of paper with a bit of tape. Then I've also got a few stickers. This one's got a load of numbers on, that one's got stars. And then I've got a little suction cup I bought online with a hook at the bottom. And that's all I need to create some really spectacular memories or emotional connections with the advent calendar. First of all, what I'm going to do is secure the little address label here with the hessian. I'm just threading it through with the hessian, and the hessian really acts as a door to what's underneath, and that is a piece of paper with, and it could be a variety of different things. Every day should have a different memory that ties and binds the family together. Could be a photo of a loved one who's no longer with you, a nice happy photo. It could be pictures of what's happened this year. Could be some funny pictures as well. This is a shot when Dad jumped into the swimming pool on holiday with his sunglasses still on his head. It could be promises. Let's go to the cinema this Christmas. Or it could just be little simple memories of taking the dog for a walk and it poured down with rain. The little things that make families so right. So everyone lifts up and it has a memory. This one here is a little activity that says how to make Christmas biscuits. And there it is, secured on that. So what I'm going to do here is to put the day. This is day number 3. I'm putting that right in the middle there. There we go. And I create 24 of these in total, leading us right the way up and including Christmas Eve. Next I take the pine cone, and again I want to embellish this a little bit like the garland itself, so I'm going to be using some of the conifer so it fits in to the theme of the garland. I usually find the woody bits the best because they give me an opportunity to insert them well. So I've got 3 of them together here, and just at the bottom I'm threading them, I'm pushing them hard into the cone. And the cone actually receives them pretty well, and look, pretty much holds them into position. Next, I'm going to get a bit of string and tie this around the base that really sort of locks in the branches to the cone itself. Really tight as you can. I'm now going to cut away the excess string at the back. So what I've got here is the cone and the conifer, the little memory and the attachment to the window. Now I've done one here, I've got another 23 to do, so I'm going to crack on with these and then I'll see you inside later. Now I've brought all the Christmas decorations in from the workshop and I'm just going to put them into position. I'm really pleased with these garlands. Now I've got 4 of them, 1 for each of the windows, and I'm going to attach them just at the top here, and it couldn't be easier. I'm using these little suctions, and as you can see from the suctions, they've got a little hook at the bottom and they just easily stick onto the window. I'm putting one just here, have the little hooks facing down like that, you push them on and they're pretty tough. The next one, not right in the corner, same level down but slightly in, push that in, and a final one just here, push them hard in the centre and they hold pretty good. Next, get hold of your garland and hook the rope on. Look at that. And it's not just the visual enhancement, it makes the whole room smell of Christmas. Sometimes the ropes will sag and because we've more or less every one of them is bespoke and slightly different, that you may need to do a bit of adjustment. And because you've got the rope that thick, you can lift it up a bit higher so it hooks lower down, or lower if it hooks higher up. So it gives you a bit of flexibility when you're putting them into position. Well, there we are, all the garlands in position. The beautiful emerald green background. I love the orange. It pops out, not only in colour against the green background, but also a very identifiable fragrance because the whole room, well, it's starting to smell like Christmas with the conifer and the cinnamon as well. Now I've broken these up into 4 distinct garlands sitting in the windows, and you may just have one large window, which you could either do just one large garland. It's better and easier to handle if you've got them in smaller ones because it puts less pressure on the suction pads as well. And of course, you can also take them off at the end of Christmas Eve, beginning of Christmas Day, and use these as a centerpiece to your Christmas dinner table. Right, let's have a look at the Advent calendar. Now, the thing to remember is that every day has a little message in. So what I do is I put these on the window itself. I'm using the window effectively as a picture frame, and inside or on each window in little clusters will be each day counting down to Christmas. Now I attach them onto the window using the suckers. I've got smaller ones for the Advent calendar numbers, and I just push them into position like that. Now I put the Hessian on the back so anybody from the outside can't see what the message is, just in case you're living with your windows straight against the road, and the hole at the top just attaches it on like that. Now I've got to attach the little horticultural embellishment to it, and remember we put a little band of twine at the back and that just hooks straight over there. And there we have it, number 1. All I've got to do is populate that with the other 23. Now you could put them all in straight lines if you want. I'm going to do little clusters because I still want to see out of the window. I still want plenty of light to come in, so I'm just doing a little cluster of 3 here, little cluster of 3. But on your own window you can do them in lines, do them in triangle shapes, whatever you want. It's really just seeing the frame of the windows and using the glass as the canvas. And if you are really keen to have chocolates in the Advent calendar, you can stick them on there too using these double-sided sticky dots. So during the build up to Christmas, every number as you count down to Christmas Day, you go and find their little message. Have a look through, find out where it is. If it's number 3, you then unhook it nice and easily from the window. You get a chance to share the message, the photo, or whatever magical happiness memory that you've put in with the family. Something just nice for yourself. Then, with the little decoration you've got, you can attach it to the main garland. And if you remember, we put a little bit of string, so you tie it up onto the garland itself, making it bigger and creating more of a feature. And here's the final one, 24th, Christmas Eve. What does it say? Merry Christmas. When it's all finished and everything's off the windows, you can unhook them. As you can see, I've attached quite a few of the pine cones from the Advent calendar. I'm just going to lay them down here to be a bit of a feature. And actually, if you don't want to reach up, you can lay your garlands down on the windowsill itself. You don't have to use the windows. These are just ideas to bring natural things inside your home and to utilise the space that brings in the most light. There you are. Last one down. They don't half look good there. All in one line on the windowsill. You can, in fact, leave them on the windowsill if you don't want to reach up to tie on the pine cones when you've gone through each Advent day. That's good. But at Christmas dinner, that looks marvellous in the centre of the table. Hold on, I'll tell you what will top it. Lovely poinsettia in the middle. Look at that, isn't that lovely? Right in front of the window so you can see the bright colours when you're outside. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more great content like this, and turn on your notifications, and then we'll let you know when a new video comes up. Big thanks to our sponsor for today's video, Everest. For more information, just visit their website, everest.co.uk.